हॅलो. पाठीमागच्या लेक्चरमध्ये आपण बॅलन्स कंडिशन फॉर वेस्टॉन्स नेटवर्क and how to determine the unknown resistance by using meter bridge apparatus, that is x is equal to r times lx upon lr. Using this formula we can determine the value of unknown resistance by meter bridge. Also we know that how to find out the how to compare EMF of the two cells by separate method and by sum and difference method by using the potentiometer. EMF can be determined by separate method, that is E1 upon E2. This is equal to L1 upon L2, and by sum and difference method E1 upon E2 is equal to L1 plus L2 divided by L1 minus L2. These articles are already we have studied in last lecture. Today we are going to discuss about conversion of MCG to ammeter and voltmeter. First of all, how to convert moving coil galvanometer to ammeter. We know that galvanometer is an instrument. It is a device which can be used to confer or to detect the electric current in the conductor, and it is always connected in series in any electrical circuit. To convert galvanometer into an ammeter, its resistance should be decreased. Therefore, to decrease the resistance of galvanometer, we have to connect a low resistance parallel to galvanometer. By connecting low resistance parallel to galvanometer, effective resistance becomes small and large current should be measured. And this small resistance, that is called as shunt resistance. Due to this shunt resistance, effective resistance becomes small, and when this shunt resistance is not connected parallel to galvanometer, then the large current can be flows through the coil of galvanometer, and due to large current flow to the galvanometer, the coil of galvanometer should be gets easily damaged, and therefore it is necessary to connect low resistance parallel to galvanometer. Consider, say, this is a galvanometer. Consider this network. Suppose this is a galvanometer, and this galvanometer is connected here parallel low resistance, and that low resistance is called as shunt. What is meant by shunt resistance? A low resistance is connected parallel to the galvanometer, and this low resistance, that is called as shunt. Suppose this is called as S, and due to the source current I flows to the circuit. Suppose this is a current Ig, and remaining current, that is I minus Ig, that is current flowing through the shunt. Is equal to I minus Ig, and in the same way, suppose this current is Ig and this current is also Is, and this is same current, that is I flows through this circuit. Suppose this is my point A, and this whole circuit, that is called as a ammeter. This is called as ammeter. In this circuit diagram, in this case, suppose G, this is called as a resistance of galvanometer. Capital G, the resistance of galvanometer. Then Ig, this is called as current flowing through the galvanometer for its full scale deflection. Also this I is called as current flowing through the shunt. IS, current flowing through the shunt. And this S is called as shunt resistance. Low resistance. Here I is current flows through this source, and therefore total current from figure we can write down here. From figure I is equal to IG is current flowing through the galvanometer, and IS, that is current flowing through the shunt. Suppose this is my equation number 1. Before this I call this IS is equal to current flowing through the shunt. IS is equal to, then we get here I minus IG, and call this as equation number 1. Also, in this diagram, here this galvanometer and shunt are connected in parallel. This galvanometer and shunt are connected in parallel. This means that potential difference across galvanometer is equal to potential difference across shunt. We know that. Therefore, here G and S means galvanometer and shunt are connected. G and S are connected in parallel, and therefore potential difference PD, potential difference across shunt S, this is equal to potential difference across galvanometer, and therefore here current, that is IG, and resistance, therefore can write down here current IS flowing through the shunt. This is equal to current IG flowing through the galvanometer. I call this as equation number 2. Already we know that from equation number 1 is current flowing through the shunt. IS is equal to I minus IG, and therefore from equation number 1, equation second becomes, this means that we can substitute here the value of shunt IS in equation number 2, and therefore if you substitute the value of IS in equation number 2, therefore the equation second becomes IS, that is I minus IG, this multiplied by S, this is equal to IGG, I times G, this multiplied by capital G, and therefore we have to find out the value of shunt. S is equal to IGG, this is divided by I minus IG, and this is the value of shunt resistance. This is the required expression for shunt. This is from this equation the value of shunt should be calculated, and it is always connected parallel to galvanometer. S is equal to IgG divided by I minus Ig. Using this equation, we can calculate the value of the shunt resistance, low resistance should be always connected parallel to galvanometer. Also, from equation 3, we can calculate another value of shunt. Let there I is equal to N times Ig in equation 3. If you substitute the value of current, I is equal to N times Ig in equation number 3, and therefore our equation number 3 becomes, here if you substitute the value of I is equal to N times Ig, therefore this equation 3, S is equal to Igg, this divided by N times Ig minus Ig. If you neglect common part outside of the bracket, therefore this Igg whole divided by Ig times N minus 1, and therefore value of shunt, this S is equal to this common terms, numerator and denominator get cancelled, therefore S is equal to G divided by N minus 1. From equation 3, so I call this as equation number 4, value of shunt should be calculated. This means that S is equal to Igg divided by I minus Ig, and also shunt S is equal to G divided by N minus 1, where N is equal to I divided by Ig. From this equation, we can calculate the value of the shunt, and it should be always parallel to galvanometer. Also, using equation number 2 and equation number 1, we can calculate the current flowing through the shunt IS. From equation number 2, that is ISS, this is equal to Igg. In this equation, we know that this I is equal to Ig plus Is. I is equal to Ig plus Is, and therefore here Ig is equal to I minus Is. Ig is equal to I minus Is. If you substitute this value Ig in equation above equation, this equation, therefore we get here Ig is equal to I minus Is in equation number this 4. Call this equation number 5. Therefore, equation 5 becomes. Therefore, equation number 5 becomes ISS. This is equal to Ig, that is I minus Is, this multiplied by capital G. If you solve this, then we get Gi minus G into Is, and therefore this terms comes to left hand side. Therefore ISS plus GIS, this is equal to GI, and therefore if you neglect common term Is in bracket, S plus G, this is equal to GI, and therefore from this equation, if you rearrange these terms, Is upon I, this is equal to G upon S plus G divided by S plus G. From this equation, total fraction of current should be calculated. This means that Is upon I, this is equal to G upon S plus G yeah, also, or from this equation, Is is equal to current flowing through the shunt. This is equal to G divided by S plus G. G divided by S plus G. This whole multiply by I. S plus G whole multiply by I. This means that from this equation, fraction of total current and the current flowing through the shunt, we can calculate it. That is Is upon I. This is equal to G upon S plus G, or current flowing through the shunt. Is is equal to G upon S plus G. S plus G multiplied by I. In this way, the moving coil galvanometer, MCG, can be converted into ammeter by connecting a low resistance parallel to galvanometer. By connecting low resistance parallel to galvanometer, effective resistance becomes small and large current can be flowing to the galvanometer. Sometime question may be asked in our exam, how to convert moving coil galvanometer into ammeter? 2 marks. Find out the value of shunt using this formula. S is equal to IGG divided by I minus IG. S is equal to G upon N minus 1. Also, sometimes question may be asked, find out the current flowing through the shunt. Is is equal to G upon S plus G multiplied by I. Fraction of current Is upon I. This is equal to G upon S plus G. Then next point related to this moving coil galvanometer can be converted into ammeter. Then second point, how to convert the moving coil galvanometer into voltmeter. MCG can be converted into voltmeter. Second point. Already we know that this galvanometer and MCG to ammeter and voltmeter. MCG can be converted into ammeter by connecting low resistance parallel to galvanometer, and in this case MCG can be converted into voltmeter by connecting high resistance series to galvanometer. Galvanometer having some resistance, but actually ammeter having very negligible resistance. Galvanometer is always connected in series with any electrical circuit, and here this voltmeter is an electrical instrument, and this voltmeter should be always connected parallel to electrical circuit. Consider this more. Already you know that this moving coil galvanometer can be converted into voltmeter by connecting high resistance in series with galvanometer. By connecting high resistance in series, effective resistance becomes large and large potential difference should be measured. Suppose this is a diagrammatically I shown here galvanometer, this galvanometer G, then this galvanometer is connected series here a high resistance in series. This is a capital R, and suppose this is a due to source current I flows to this galvanometer. This is my point A. This is another point. This is called as a point B. This is my point A. And this arrangement, this means that resistances are connected in series. We know that if number of resistances are connected in series, then current across its resistance is same, but potential difference is different. This types of arrangement is called as resistances in series combination. Here, the galvanometer and resistance are connected in series. Therefore, potential difference is different. Total potential difference across series field from point A to B, and potential difference from this galvanometer, that is Vg, and across this resistance, this is a phi r. And hold this arrangement, this is called as voltmeter. Same current flowing through this galvanometer, this is a Ig, and current flowing through this high resistance, this is Ig, and total outgoing current, this is I. Listen here in this figure, in the same way, this G is called as resistance of galvanometer. G is called as resistance of galvanometer. Ig, current flowing through the galvanometer for its full scale deflection. Then this R is called as high resistance in series to galvanometer. Therefore, from this figure, also we know that according to Ohm's law, you can write down P is equal to IR. From this diagram, current passing through this galvanometer and resistor, these two terms are connected in series, and therefore current across this is the same, and therefore we can write down this P is equal to I, that is current is Ig, and in this case, this resistance and galvanometer are connected in series, number of resistances are connected in series, therefore they get add each other, therefore G plus R. And therefore, if you solve this here, rearrange these terms, phi divided by Ig, this phi divided by Ig is equal to G plus R. And here we have to find out the value of high resistance R. Therefore, R is equal to phi divided by Ig minus G. Phi divided by Ig minus G. From our equation, from this equation, the value of high resistance should be calculated, and it is always connected in series to galvanometer. It is always connected in series. This means that MCG can be converted into ammeter by connecting low resistance parallel to galvanometer. This low resistance is called as shunt resistance, and in case of MCG can be converted into voltmeter by connecting high resistance in series. By connecting high resistance, effective resistance becomes large, and large potential difference should be measured. Therefore, it is necessary to connect high resistance series to galvanometer, and after this equation, R is equal to phi upon Ig minus G. In this equation, we can calculate the value of high resistance, and this high resistance should be always connected in series. Using this formula, sometimes question may be asked, find out the value of high resistance in connected in series, and how to convert moving coil galvanometer into voltmeter. Yeah, same question may be asked, how to convert moving coil galvanometer into ammeter and voltmeter. Sometimes these types of question may be asked. One numerical based on these articles, moving coil galvanometer into ammeter and voltmeter. Numericals. One example. The resistance of galvanometer coil is 25 ohm. The resistance of galvanometer coil is 25 ohm, and the current required for its full scale deflection its full scale deflection and the current required for its full scale deflection is 500 microampere. How to convert the galvanometer into ammeter? Galvanometer into an ammeter. How to convert galvanometer into ammeter? Reading 20 milliampere. Full scale and calculate the value of shunt resistance and calculate the value of shunt resistance Read this example carefully. First of all, given data, in this case solution here, the resistance of galvanometer coil is 25 ohm and the required for its full scale deflection is 500 microampere. How to convert moving coil galvanometer? How to convert galvanometer into an ammeter? Reading 20 milliampere for its full scale deflection, calculate the value of shunt resistance. In this case, the resistance of galvanometer, this means that G is equal to 25 ohm and required full scale deflection, current flowing through the galvanometer, this Ig, this is equal to 500 microampere, and ammeter having reading 20 milliampere. This means that current I is equal to 20 milliampere. How to convert moving coil galvanometer into ammeter? This means that they ask find out the value of the shunt resistance. S is equal to how much? Therefore, we know that here solution formula S is equal to G upon n minus 1, G divided by n minus 1. Here, first of all, convert to 500 microampere. This means that 500 this multiplied by 10 raised to minus 6 ampere. If you convert this power factor, that is 5 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 4 ampere. Then this milliampere to ampere, 20 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 3 ampere. We know that here S is equal to G upon n minus 1, but we know that n is equal to current I is equal to n times Ig, and therefore first of all find out the value of n. This is equal to I upon Ig, I divided by Ig, and value of I, this is 20 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 3, this divided by Ig, that is 5 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 4, 5 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 4. This rearrange these terms, that is numerator to denominator. This means that this goes to numerator, it becomes 10 raised to plus 4. This means that 20 multiplied by 10 4 divided by 5. Shortly, this is equal to 20 20 multiplied by 10 whole divided by 5. And therefore, this is equal to 200 divided by 5. And after calculating this, we get 40. And therefore, value of n is equal to 40. If you substitute this value in this equation, therefore s is equal to g upon value of g, that is 25. This divided by n minus 1, value of n, that is 40 minus 1, and after calculating this, therefore s is equal to 25, 40 minus 1, that is 39, and after calculating s is equal to 0.641 ohm. This means that the value of shunt, that is 0.641 ohm, and it should be always connected parallel to the calorimeter. Therefore, the value of shunt resistance, is 0.641 ohm in parallel to galvanometer. Okay, thank you very much.